Graham Yost, right, was looking to make a new movie, looking for a new idea, and his father mentioned a movie starring Jon Voight called Runaway Train. Now, I don't know what I don't know what that's about. I've never seen it, never heard of it before I did the research for this one. And he came up with the idea of planting a bomb on a bus. And the bomb would go off if the bus went over 20 mile an hour, and have the bus drive around Dodger Stadium in New York.
Okay.
There would have been no elevator scene. There would have been no end of the movie train scene either. It would just be straight on the bus. Which, 2 hours set on a bus might not have been a good thing. There wouldn't have been nearly enough action. But there's a movie that I like called The Taking of Pelham 123 that was released in 1974. It's got
I've heard of that.
Walter Matthau and what's his name? Shaw. I can't even remember his first name. The guy from Jaws who was Quint. Anyway, he's in there. He's in there, and it's a real good movie. It's really tense too, but it takes place entirely on a New York City subway car. So, you know, I can see where they were going with this. Nobody wants to see and sit this movie, but there have been movies that come out in the past that are action movies that did take place on modes of transportation. You know?
Well, I remember like I know this is after this, but like, what was that Colin Farrell movie that was like entirely in a phone booth?
Yes.
Like,
imaginatively called Phone Booth.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder what it's gonna be about.
Now, kids, a phone booth is where they used to have a payphone.
What's that? Elder John?
Right.
Enlighten us.
Some kids don't even know what a landline is. Never mind a payphone, which makes me feel old.
Or the floppy disk drive.
Yeah.
That's funny one.
Somebody 3D printed the save button. No, that's a disk drive.
and they think you're kidding.
It's like you see these kids trying to work a rotary phone now. But then again, you know what? We laugh at this, right? I don't know how to use a blacksmith station.
That's fair. Me either.
What was that? Okay, they began working on tweaking the script, which Joss Whedon was called in to help. So he did.
There's a big name.
There's a big name. He did a lot of rewrites for it, but it's still giving writing credit to Graham Yost. So. There you go. The script was expanded to feature the opening elevator scene and the end of the movie subway train scene. So, that's good because those are two iconic scenes sandwiched in the bus sequence.
Yeah. Like
the bus sequence was a huge pile of meat, but the two pieces of bread surrounding it were really good too. I thought.
Yeah. It kind of moved it into it, and like it gave you a really solid A and B story.
Yes.
Because you had what was happening in the bus, and then you had all the behind the scenes, like the various, without going too far ahead, all the various places they went. So it was centered around it, but they still had a little bit of relief here and there, setting wise.
Yes.
And that created some exposition. It created a little suspense too, I would offer.
Oh yeah.
Because you know that situation is actively happening, and we're not watching it. Like, what if something, waiting for the other shoe to drop. So. Yeah, I don't think this would have been successful if they'd have kept the original blueprint. If they were going to do, I don't know if that would have.
Driving a bus 15 miles an hour around Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, the stakes aren't super high on that. I mean, there's the whole thing that they can't go below a certain speed limit, so that limits them to where they can maneuver and stuff. So it's just well thought out. I'm glad we went with the route that they did.
Well, not only that, the script was changed again when Keanu Reeves was cast, because he went from a wise ass, slick, the kind of sleazy cop that they were trying to do, like they were trying to do Axel Foley.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna say. Like plays by his own rules. A rogue cop. What's his name from Star Wars? Kind of like Han Solo.
Han Solo, yes.
And does his own thing. Yeah.
So they went rewrote it as a concerned detective instead, which you do see them doing detective work in this movie, which is really good. That's one of the things I don't like about a lot of movies, like about a lot of cop movies, is that they always go by their instincts and go to the next thing. They never do any detective work as deducing why they should do the next thing.
Yeah, they just try to find who they can punch next, it seems like. Yeah, totally.